means everything. We were voted 6th, 7th in the conference. We just came out on top, even as a second seed away. Like, it couldn't get better than this. It really couldn't.
I knew these girls deserved a championship. I deserve a championship, and so do the coaches. So I did everything in my power to bring it to them.
Time that we put in off the court to become a better team is really what got us here today.
We won it. We won this. So I got nothing really else to say about it.
So proud of them. I wanted this for them so badly. They deserved it. They earned it.
As you see, the banner has been raised on the women's NJAC title. Good evening and welcome to Panzer Athletic Center on the campus of Montclair State University. It's a doubleheader on the Red Hawk Sports Network, the first NJAC matchup of the season between the Montclair State Red Hawks and the Rowan Profs. Hey everyone, CJ Staniak, Vincent McCone, soon to be joined by Luke Sirianni. Vin, it is great to be back in this building, the Red Hawk Sports Network first multicam of the season.
Well, I mean, CJ, you said it best. We got the banner raised. 2025 is finally up, and this is where we want to be. It's finally back to basketball season. Starting it off with a bang. This is the first NJAC women's basketball matchup that we've seen here since the semifinals last year before they went to TCNJ to take home the chip.
The first of many from Panzer this winter. Will have you covered all the way through February and maybe some more playoff action right here in the building. Vincent, we got into March last year, standing room only.
I know, and you look at the facility that we have right now. This broadcast is exciting. It's with us, and we got a lot more broadcasts to come, coming up very, very soon. But let's take a look at the NJAC schedule right now. As you can see, those first four matchups, we're on Rowan right now. Big one to circle here, January 14th against TCNJ. It's here. It's an NJAC Championship rematch. You got to look at that one. Then we look at our next four. Where are you circling right now? Well, it turns back on its head when they face Rowan. They'll be going to Glassboro to go face them off. Then, towards the back end of the season, you got Rutgers, Camden, Ramapo, NJCU. Different slates because you didn't see a lot of these teams in the playoffs, but it still matters a lot. And of course, to end the season, they're on the road a lot more than they are to start off the season, so you got to be confident and you got to be able to make the moves that they know they can. This is a team that plays very well at home, and they've always played very well at home. Going on the road now, it could be a little bit different. Starting off, though, with NJAC play at home, that's comfortable.
And so the Montclair State women's basketball team enters 2025 as the reigning NJAC champions. What a turnaround season for the Red Hawks to claim their 8th conference title as we take a look at the preseason poll this season for the NJAC. The finalists from last year occupying the top 2 spots with Rowan right behind.
Yeah, I mean, CJ, listen, they were nowhere close to the top last year. They were the dark horse team to win the NJAC. And what did they do? They come in second in the NJAC and go on to win the chip on the road. Now they're ranked second, and right now TCNJ is 0-5 on their season. Now NJAC play hasn't really started, so it doesn't matter just yet. But with Montclair 3-0, TCNJ 0-5, this is a comfortable spot for the Red Hawks to be in right now. But it all comes down to this. You see Rowan's in that 3rd spot. They need to make a big statement on the road today if they want to keep their hopes alive. NJAC Defensive Player of the Week last week. And now coming up against Montclair, who has a very strong offensive prowess. It should be a very good game.
Yeah, the Red Hawks enter this season with high expectations, but a couple of dramatic changes to the roster from last year. Luke Sirianni joins us with more. Hey, Luke.
Thank you, guys. Well, the Montclair State women's basketball team is rolling so far this season as they join tonight's game undefeated and face the Rowan Profs. 3-0 for the Red Hawks, but they are moving forward without 2 of their top players that were a big factor in the NJAC Championship run last season. This includes guard Sophie Benaventine and forward Olivia Vero. Vero is known for her presence down low, grabbing rebounds for Montclair State. For Benaventine, spreading the wealth and passing the ball across the court, finding her teammates. 2 tough players that the Red Hawks will not have in Coach Harvey's program this season. In terms of new additions, Bella Bruce has been a key factor. 2nd in the team's points and one of the stars of the NJAC this season in her first year with Montclair State. It's going to be interesting to see how the Red Hawks continue to push without 2 of their stars. CJ, Vin, back over to you guys.
Thank you for that, Luke. Vincent, NJAC game number 1. Who do you have your eye on?
Well, listen, there's a lot of players to look at right now. If I'm on the Rowan side, let's go there first, all right? My player to watch for Rowan is Jess McLaughlin, all right? It's not as well-known of a name as other players, but she is able to control the 3-ball very well. She leads the team with threes. She started off her season with 20 points. All right, if you want to stop Montclair, who has a very good offensive prowess with Alexis Strollo, Alyssa Craigwell, and now Bella Bruce, you're going to need to get past them. You got to defend the long ball. And Jess McLaughlin is the player that can put a little bit of a dent into their team. And as you can see, one of my keys to the game really quickly is lock down the long ball. All right, Jess McLaughlin fits perfectly in there, is lock down that long ball. You have to be able to really stop the 3. All right, Montclair tends to take a lot of 3s, and their percentage is on the lower end. But if they're able to stop it early, especially in NJAC play, listen, you can get that big leads that we saw last year. And listen, NJAC final, they won pretty largely. All right? So that's key number 1. Let's look at key number 2 now, which is defense runs through Marcotte. For myself and for anybody that watches this team, Madison Marcotte is an electric player on the court. She's a menace to society, some would say, on the defensive end. I mean, really just running after everything. And as you can see on the screen, 2 steals per game, and at least 1 steal in each of these games. But the stats don't really talk for how aggressive she is. While, you know, some teams put a lot of pressure on trying to get onto the other side of the court as fast as possible, Marcotte is part of that defense that is able to slow it down, and that's why she's so crucial. You can't really pick up the speed when you got Madison Marcotte racing in and out of your team. Now, my last key to the game here is this is the first step to another crown, all right? Montclair, the dominance that they've had, their biggest thing is they haven't won an NJAC opener since 2020. Last year, lost the NJAC opener. They go on a little bit of a losing streak to start off the NJAC. Things look a little down. They would come back. Montclair, though, needs to start off with the big win here. They have a very good chance of making it back to the NJAC finals with the roster that they're putting on now. And even as Luke said, you lose pieces like Olivia Vero. You lose pieces like Sophie Benaventine. And they've been able to fill those holes, it looks. I mean, Alexis Strollo looks like more of a scorer right now. Bella Bruce has really found her scoring ability after coming here very quickly.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. The pretty crazy stat, honestly. In half a decade, have not won their NJAC opener. Obviously, a quality opponent with Rowan to start off once again here. So we talked about the Rowan player to watch, Vincent. We got to talk about it for Montclair State. I mean, it's the top scorer, it's the leading scorer, it's Alyssa Craigwell.
Well, I mean, CJ, if you're looking outside right now, you can see the foliage, everything's coming around, and it's a time to be very thankful. And I think right now, during this time of the year, it's important to acknowledge, as Montclair State students, how thankful we are for the incredible show that Alyssa Craigwell has been putting on now for almost a year and a half. I mean, she's been phenomenal. She's coming off of a 24-point, 3-block, 3-steal performance. And look at this head-to-head matchup right now. The biggest thing to look at, though, is Craigwell last year, she had scorers around her. Yes, she was the main scorer, but she had a lot of scorers around her. Now, Alyssa Craigwell is the main scorer. And in last year's 2 matchups against Rowan, she had 8 points and 9 points. Very low scoring for her, very uncharacteristic. Coming off of a 24-point, 3-block, 3-steal performance, she's going to really need to be this big offensive player that we know she is. And that comes today.
Yeah, Alyssa Craigwell shooting 7 of 25 against the Profs last season in an incredible rookie campaign. Maybe the one of the few teams that sort of had her number defensively. And once again, she will look to step up this season. And in this game, the NJAC opener, 18.7 points per game as you see intros underway from what will be a very exciting night here in Panzer. For the Montclair State Redhawks, Alexis Strollo, Bella Bruce, Madison Marcotte, Shannon Hughes, and Alyssa Craigwell rounding out that starting lineup. As you see them come on through. The Rowan Profs, Jess McLaughlin, somebody that you mentioned, Jess Maestriano. You got Megan Donaldson, Abigail Jasmine, and Charlotte Carlisle. Should be a good one on hand for us today, Vincent. Really the first test for this Montclair State team, flying colors through the beginning of the non-conference schedule.
Yeah, and I mean, CJ, the biggest thing is they dominated that non-conference play to start off the season. That's great, but it doesn't matter. I mean, TCNJ's 0-5. They haven't played an NJAC game yet. Montclair is 3-0. They haven't played an NJAC game yet. It doesn't matter about non-conference play. It comes down to this. And with a big competition like Rowan, who was ranked 3rd in the preseason polls compared to Montclair's 2, this is the matchup you want to see. And you're in a comfortable spot right now at home in the Panzer Athletic Center.
Wasting no time for the 2025 NJAC campaign, the reigning NJAC champion Montclair State Redhawks, hoping to once again make a statement. It was this time last season not necessarily expected to have this kind of success. Now it is the standard. Craigwell and Carlisle to open us off. And the NJAC season is underway with Rowan winning the tip.
And that's going to be a big story. The size matters here.
Abigail Jasmine dribbling with Alexis Strollo. There's Carlisle up top. Now Megan Donaldson. Just to pass it off. Maestriano. Now Jasmine, that clock running down over to 5. It's a 3 from the corner from McLaughlin, and early on the Profs a 3 on their first possession.
Triple 3 for a reason. McLaughlin getting it started on the right foot. I mean, that's what you got to do. Start it off with a 3.
The transfer, Bella Bruce attacking, going right to the rack and getting the right-handed scoop for 2.
And you want to know what? That's a good play right there. Bruce is on her right matchup, gets off Carlisle, and is able to make the nice, easy layup down low.
And both teams scoring on their first possession. And a drive inside. We have a whistle and a travel called as Donaldson got to the bucket. Put it up and in, but blown and waved off. Redhawks 3-0, Rowan 3-1 in non-conference play. A couple of similar opponents. Delaware Valley most recently for Montclair State as that backdoor feed. Up top it's Shannon Hughes. Can't get it to go on the 3. Strollo, a nice find to get it out from underneath the basket, but out of bounds.
And I'm really interested to see, again, how Marcotte is using on the offensive end the point guard position and really facilitating plays to get something to work. Strollo has been in that position before, and coming into this, I thought that that's where Coach Harvey was going. But mixing it up a little bit and using Marcotte.
Jasmine thought about taking one. She feeds it inside with Carlisle. That size advantage going to be there today, but she can't get it done. And the rebound to Craigwell, who pushes the pace. Bruce off a swing. Pivoting inside. Couldn't get the roll. Rebound to Donaldson. Donaldson, the freshman guard, starting every game so far this season. Double-double against Washington College back on Saturday. Maestriano, and now Donaldson again.
And this is the defense that we were talking about. They're aggressive. They're staying in front, and they're not getting fouled early. You see Craigwell, who can be a little foul-prone sometimes, is able to make an easy block, or make an easy defensive effort there.
Hughes walked as she received it. Couple of nice defensive possessions now. And for Montclair State, much of their identity this season has been a defensive prowess. Came out against Albright, forced 30-plus turnovers to begin the season. Really haven't looked back since then either. Everyone who comes onto the floor will bring the intensity on that side of the ball. Samantha Phillip checks into the game for Montclair State. Early substitution for Shannon Hughes. Pass inside, yet another travel.
That's the one thing that we've seen so far. Even last year we saw a lot of it, was when they put too many players on the defensive push. You just throw it over their heads and you can make a play down low easier. It doesn't work out there for the profs, but if you put together a couple more, it can.
Fregwell up top, her first time going to work offensively. She goes right at Haley Selmer and the basket, but could not finish. Good defense that time. Selmer standing tall. Montclair State trying to press, and Rowan beats him right down the floor. It's Selmer, the easy lay. So early 5-2 lead. Samantha Phillip trying to put together a couple of moves. She kicks it out to Bruce, who's got a three, and down it goes for Bella Bruce.
Bruce from far out on that one, no hesitation.
No hesitation is right. And a healthy look. Good start from the perimeter for Montclair State, and yet another travel. Strollo, far wing. She hands it to Craigwell. Craigwell trying to get some momentum with her as she drives on in, and once again, nicely defended. Rowan doing a good job.
Craigwell's able to find that route, though. Not able to finish it at the bucket, though, and that's something that, from a player that we've seen do a lot of that, especially last year, Siege, that's usually her successful rate.
Week one player of the year here in the NJAC.
NJAC rookie of the year last year. Made it all over the place.
She sits here, taking some time off early in the first quarter, as looking for a feed down low, and these turnovers starting to pile up for Rowan on the offensive end of things.
And this is something that we've seen a lot this year. I mean, CJ, you called the opener against Albright a combined 60 turnovers in that one. That's not a game that you want to be playing, especially in the NJAC. It'll come back to bite you in the end.
Bruce all alone as she drives in and tried to fade away. Shot is no good, but an offensive rebound as Isabella Orlando comes away with it. Now 12 to shoot with Strollo. Good defense from Donaldson. Back out again. 5 to shoot. Strollo, drive to the hoop, could not get it. Donaldson, another rebound. And Donaldson losing it as she hits the hardwood. Ball goes out of bounds, and that is yet another one. He could make that 5 early turnovers for the Profs.
And that's not a comfortable place to be. I mean, we've seen 10 points and 5 turnovers. 5 points, 5 turnovers for the Profs. That's not what we want to see, and that's not what the NJAC is expecting from a third-ranked team.
Katie Dichter into the game from Montclair State and taking it up the floor, the freshman. She got it to Bruce, who tried to feed inside, but turned over. And Ava Craybill headed in transition for Rowan. Still speeding up, it's Natalia Barrera who gets the teardrop. Montclair State, one of their last 7 from the field. Still looking for an early rhythm.
CJ, the defense that Rowan has been putting up right now, Montclair just doesn't look like they can get inside, and even with the Craigwell layup attempt.
Orlando just has to fire with the shot clock expiring, and the shot no good. Once again, the Profs force another tough shot. Jumper there is good from Selmer. Another deuce. Profs taking advantage right now. Defense turning into offense.
Selmer already has as many points as she had in their last matchup. 4 points, 2 assists, and 5 rebounds against Washington College.
Orlando, just one dribble to the left. Another possession late in the shot clock. It's Orlando firing from beyond. She could not hit. And Montclair State, so far, that'll make them 2 of 10 from 3, or from the field rather, with that 3, the latest miss.
CJ, this is not the rhythm that we thought the Redhawks would be in. They just, right now, don't look like they're in that groove. And, you know, sometimes we see teams that get in that groove in the second quarter. But Montclair right now, you don't want to fall too deep.
These teams split the season series last year. Rowan winning the first matchup by 30 points down in Glassboro. Montclair State, a couple of months later, able to respond and get a victory as the drive from Jasmine results in a foul. It goes on Maren McHugh.
Jasmine last year in both matchups against Montclair had 2 points and then 5 points. A lot of low scoring from their top scorers. But 22 points, 3 steals, 5 rebounds in her last game. And this is the most impressive thing, 4 for 4 from 3. That's the scariest part, I think.
Yeah, career high, averaged under 5 points per game as a freshman. Maybe taking that next step after a breakout. She splits the pair there. 10-5 Rowan lead. It's Dichter. Works her way toward the basket. Man, she might have been all alone. Instead tried to pass it out. It was deflected, but ended up back in her grasp. Now 8 to shoot with Bruce. Tough angle from the baseline. Bounce pass somehow got through to Hughes and out to McHugh in the corner. Left-handed triple, no good. Jasmine trying to drive again. Now she kicks to the corner. 3 ball from Crabell. Got it.
CJ, they're walking everywhere right now. Rowan looks like they're in a groove. The Profs bringing the Redhawks to class right now.
Bruce thought about a 3. The Redhawks need a response. She steps through the lane and cannot hit. And we're over 4 minutes since the last Montclair State basket.
Belle Bruce was that last basket. The big triple.
Lily Bross turns and with the left hand tried to put it over the moon but could not get it. In transition come the Redhawks with Malvina Sullivan. Hughes open on the wing. Gives it up. Gets it back on the feed. And it was a nice pass from Dichter, but she couldn't finish.
That's a play that you got to finish. And you see, with bringing back 3 of your starters on the next timeout, and Coach Harvey right now looks like she's telling her team, calm down. Everyone take a deep breath, all right? They're rushing out there.
Carlisle over Bruce. Offensive rebound. It goes back up. And Barrera will go to the line. After being fouled, they get the stop on the tall Carlisle. But unfortunately giving up the rebound, and 4 new Redhawks will check in.
Bring up most of the starting 5. I have to say, Siege, one of the big moves so far this year that we've seen from Coach Harvey is playing a lot of Samantha Phillip, who's been really good so far in her time on the court. Now keeping her on with the starting 5 in there, I mean, could potentially be in that starting 5 later on in the year.
Phillip 45 minutes over her last 2 games. As both free throws good from Barrera. The Week 2 NJAC Rookie of the Week. Couple of nice baskets early on for her. And so 15-5. Rowan jumping out. Double-digit lead with just over a minute to play in the first quarter.
You need a quick reset here, and you're hoping that bringing Marcotte off the bench and getting to talk to Harvey for a little bit.
And there's a turnover. Craybill got the steal, now puts her foot in the ground in transition. The follow from Selmer was no good. Loose ball out of bounds to Montclair State. They get the stop. Another concerning turnover. Still just 5 points for the Red Hawks.
You would hope that, and Marcotte's going to come off really early for Bucinic.
Selena Bucinic, freshman guard from Pascack Valley. Premier shooter as well. Montclair State just trying to get some points, get some scorers on the floor. Here's Craigwell. It's Bucinic in the corner. We have an offensive foul on Craigwell.
I understand the vision by Craigwell, but it looks like they're rushing right now. The defense has been really good, and part of it has been, I mean, the height advantage for Rowan has been tough on them in the paint, and for a team that shoots a high majority from beyond the arc, but it is more dominant down low, looks like their weakness right now.
Montclair State scoreless over their last 6 minutes. About 3 seconds separate the shot and game clocks. Jasmine. Good ball movement from Rowan as they run down this clock. Jasmine around a screen. 2 to shoot. Stepping through. Another whistle and another foul. And another trip back to the line for Rowan.
Early in this one, I mean, you can really extend this lead.
Trying to add on to a 10-0 run. Goodness.
I feel like there has to be a certain point where you start to give Alexis Stroll the ball and you say you're going to run the offense now.
Offensive rebound from Rowan with the shot, with the game clock running down the end of the quarter will hit. Good defensive possession from Montclair State despite giving up the rebound, but it was the offense burdening them in the first. They trail it by double digits.
CJ, I mean, this feels like, right now, to put it in perspective, it feels like you're walking into Thanksgiving a little late and already all the turkey's gone. You're in a hole right now, and you got to find a way out. Where are you going to go, the mashed potatoes lane, the mac and cheese lane? You can't go the lane that you wanted to anymore. Coach Harvey has to give her team a little bit of a different route to go by now so that they can get back to where they started. Montclair is a powerful team. We know that. Maybe, and it's no offense to any of the competition that they faced in the past. But the competition that they faced earlier this year is not the Profs and doesn't have the power of the Profs or TCNJ. Maybe it's that getting used to the competition that they faced before. Montclair looks like they were caught off guard by the play.
Always an adjustment to open up the NJAC schedule. By the way, Vincent, got to get one out of the way as well. You are stuffing our broadcast with Thanksgiving puns early in this one. So Montclair State, as we take a look at the numbers, 2 of 13 from the field. 4 turnovers and just not a lot of rhythm at all. Seems as though out of the timeout and out of the quarter break, they'll look to reset. Started on possession with Bucinic. Ella Bruce gets a screen from Orlando. A lot of movement around the perimeter. Samantha Phillip had a good game back last Wednesday. Could not hit the opening shot of the third quarter. Make that one of their last 13 now, Montclair State.
Just an unlucky roll.
3 on the way, no good. McLaughlin taking that one. Could not knock it down. Possession, though, staying with the Profs.
If I'm the Red Hawks, though, you're just looking for one to fall so that you can kind of get into a rhythm. Rowan, yes, they're up by 10. But they're 1 for their last 6 now from the field and haven't scored in the last minute and 30. Montclair could take advantage.
Carlisle stepping through on Bruce. She's fouled. And Carlisle has a chance to get her first points of the day. You see her using that size down near the basket 3 straight games with 10 rebounds. 6'3"
CJ,
Carlisle. Senior forward out of Philadelphia.
The senior has the experience there, and just reading the mismatch down low, it kind of hurts because Montclair doesn't have the height like Carlisle's. But when you put Bella Bruce down there, there's not much she can do, and she's in a fallible position.
Unable to hit on either of the free throws. Bruce's first foul. You're right, that is something to watch. Good scorer for Montclair State. She's going to have to take on some of those duties down underneath the basket as Strollo drives. And she will go to the free throw line. Can Montclair State break their 7-minute drought?
I mean, Strollo, an effective playmaker. She's been around for a while now, the senior guard. We've seen her now for the last 4 years develop into the player that she is. And from a player that saw a lot of bench time 2 years ago to then was coming off the bench to now is the solidified starter for this team. She's a leader, and although you might not see her all the time in the points category, she is a leader. She had 17 points in the opener this season, and last matchup against Rowan, she had 18.
Strollo only 3 field goal attempts versus Delaware Valley in 23 minutes last game, but getting back on the board there, and 2 big free throws. A 3 from Donaldson, no good, but the loose rebound will keep it with Rowan. Donaldson another drive. She gives it off. Maestriano spins, puts the foot in the ground. Nice work inside. Good defense from Rowan and a turnover on the travel. Smothering right now are the Profs. They answer Montclair State's points with a basket of their own and then a turnover.
Like gravy on the mashed potatoes. I can't see any potatoes right now, just all gravy.
Jasmine the drive. Right hand off the glass and no good. Nice work from the Redhawks there. Strollo all alone. She kicks to the corner. It's a Phillip 3. Back of the iron, but a rebound. And Orlando turns it over. Donaldson running the floor with Strollo. She puts it up, and on the second chance, she gets the deuce.
Donaldson read that one perfectly. I mean, Orlando didn't look anywhere except for back to Strollo, and she read that one perfectly. Is able to take it up.
Donaldson, her first basket of the night. Redhawks still scrambling for answers. Phillip, right-handed scoop is no good. Fight underneath, it's Prof basketball. And the struggles continue.
Montclair still without a field goal since that first quarter with the Bella Bruce deep 3.
Yeah, they're 2 of 16. While you could point in every direction, it comes down to the shots falling. Jasmine. Sit McLaughlin 3 from the wing. Rattles out. Another offensive rebound. But the shot no good. Barrera tried to get it on the second chance. Busanic bounce to the corner. Good drive from Phillip, but nothing opens up. Busanic just going to have to fire. McHugh was there for the rebound, and now the reset. 7 on the shot clock. Strollo at 3.
A lot of threes in this one. It just feels like they're digging a hole. If they're not comfortable from 3 and they keep shooting from 3, it's not going to get any more comfortable.
Carlisle. Good defense that time. McHugh. Strollo in transition. Lack of a presence underneath right now from Montclair State as there's a block. Jasmine and Emily Poulis combining for that.
Well, I mean, I like the McHugh substitution down low for Carlisle's. That takes Bella Bruce out of a stressful situation. Obviously, you lose that scoring ability for a little bit, but this is an opportunity to make a big name for yourself.
Vucinic can't hit. Nice work underneath from Malvina Sullivan. A foul called against Rowan as a result. Sullivan coming into the game, giving some good effort. Collegiate high 7 points last Wednesday against Delaware Valley. Going to earn her some more minutes.
And not always on the scoring side, but just like Marcotte is on that defensive everywhere ability.
Vucinic gets it back after turning it over. She puts it up and in, and at last, Montclair State were 1 for their last 19 before that make.
Took them a while, but hopefully this starts a string.
That ended 15 shots in a row from Montclair State that did not go in. That's another stop there. We have a foul against Selmer and Rowan. Under 6 minutes here in the half.
McHugh's coming off right now, and you can imagine that's what we're going to see a lot. When Carlisle is on, McHugh might be on too. Just for defense and a little bit of height.
Bruce in by herself. It's swatted. A rejection that time. Barrera. And they were looking that time inside for Selmer, but a turnover. Sullivan running the floor with the left hand. Got it in the foul.
That is a tough shot to make. You got 3 profs around you, all taller than you, and you got to go in. That's a gutsy play.
Timeout Rowan. And they can start to sense the tide shifting just a bit as Montclair State now finding their footing. Capped off with an and one from Sullivan there.
They're narrowing that lead. Don't want to let the Redhawks chip away on this one.
So a first quarter for Montclair State, obviously not up to standard. You only score 5 points. But looking much better, and maybe that started with the defensive effort as you see Montclair State getting back into transition just a little bit. Maybe their speed running the floor is where they can find an advantage.
That's very true. I think something that is really giving them a disadvantage right now is they're shooting a large majority of threes. They're 1 from 8 from beyond the arc. Bella Bruce is the one, and we've said it in the past before, if you can't make the 3 and you're living and dying by the 3, you will lose by the 3.
Sullivan could not hit on that free throw. So a 2-point play. Still, any buckets at this point appreciated for Montclair State. Now Rowan will look for a response. They're now scoreless in the last 3 minutes. A drive from Selmer will put an end to that drought.
Selmer looked really comfortable. Now with their 6th bucket. Her 6th point early in this one.
Vucinic thought about the 3. That's Bruce on the baseline. Right-handed drive, scoop, reverse layup, no good. Again, it's inside. Selmer working on Orlando. Tied up. And Montclair State possession.
Calling that a travel.
A good defense. With Orlando first, and then Sullivan came flying in to apply the pressure. Rowan still holding 10. Sullivan's down to the hardwood. We have a foul on the floor. Going to be given to Craybill, who can't believe it.
You got to give it to Rowan right now. I mean, they're tracking these passes. They can see them from a mile away.
That's going to put Montclair State in the bonus, though. Dangerous pass indeed. They wind up the beneficiaries.
Confusion on the court. McLaughlin's going off. McLaughlin's staying on.
Switching the alignment. 2 free throws for Sullivan. He misses the first. Ten-point game, NJAC opener. Thanks for being with us on the Red Hawk Sports Network. Sullivan splits the pair.
An 80% career shooter from the charity stripe. 1 for 3 on the day.
Ross. Up top, Carlisle. Tries to get it inside for Barrera. It's swatted away by Orlando. Bruce. 3-ball. Rebound to Sullivan. And Orlando not sure if somebody got a hand on that. We're going to have a timeout on the floor. It appears it was tipped. Strollo runs the length of the floor to get possession back, and Coach Karen Harvey will take a timeout.
They look like they're getting a little bit back into rhythm, but it also, at the same time, it looks like Rowan is really in rhythm right now. They look lock solid on defense. Both these teams offensively have had their struggles. I mean, Rowan 8 for 22 from the field. Montclair 4 for 25. I don't want to be too much with numbers. All right, I don't want to make this math class for anyone, but those stats are what you're going to look at in a little while and say, I have no idea what went wrong. I can tell you what's going wrong right now. Rowan's defense is impeccable. You can't get past them. They look like a brick wall.
And certainly doesn't help that Montclair State's leading scorer, Alyssa Craigwell, has been off the floor because of 2 personal fouls. Only 5 minutes for her so far here in the first half. And once again, she heads back to the bench, maybe for the rest of the half. Out of the timeout, a dangerous pass, but Strollo ends up with it. Drives inside, it's blocked from Barrera, who we have seen time and again underneath the basket. The freshman from Gloucester Catholic. Very impressive start. Now Strollo off the inbound, shot clock running down. She could not hit. And Bross in transition. Jasmine somehow squeaking between 2 defenders. She puts up a shot, does not go. Orlando tied up in a foul. It'll send Montclair State back to the line. Vincent, 2 of 13 in the first quarter for Montclair State. An identical line here in the second quarter, but at least they have gotten to the free throw line. This will be their 6th and 7th attempts from the stripe.
I think you got to... I see what you did there. But you got to make them. You got to make them. I mean, they call it the free throw for a reason, all right? You're not paying any dues whatsoever. Got to make it happen. We saw Sullivan, 1 for 3 so far from the stripe. That's not what you want to have early in this one. Isabella Orlando needs to flip the script a little bit, put them back in this game.
Orlando gets the first. 77th career game for Orlando here at Montclair State. Sparkplug off the bench. Couldn't get the second.
Orlando trying to read that pass. Very
Instead,
confident.
it's an open 3 from McLaughlin, and she gets the roll, a shooter's touch, and the 3 drops.
Doing it from both ends. Started off the game with 1 on the left side, then goes to the right side and does the exact same.
Good feed from Strollo to Hughes. She couldn't finish, an offensive rebound. Marcotte trying to reset quickly. I don't think that ball ever hit the rim. So only 7 seconds. Strollo in the corner. Bruce, right elbow, spinning. Has to put one up. It's off the back of the iron. Tremendous defensive work from Rowan here in the first half.
Shannon Hughes went flying to go get that one. came down a weird way.
Mastriano, good defense from Orlando. Forcing that miss.
Orlando did everything right there. Doesn't put herself in a foulable territory, just puts the hands up. That's a hard play to make, especially on a fadeaway shot from the basket. Sometimes you're inclined to move in a little bit. She stays still. Good defensive effort.
11-point Rowan lead. Final 2 minutes of the first half. Samantha Phillip kicks it to the corner where Shannon Hughes is open, and she got it. Shannon Hughes on the board. That's a big-time three.
That's the Shannon Hughes that we saw in the NJAC finals, who was so incredible from beyond the arc in that game. Turn the lights out to TCNJ season.
Nice move from McLaughlin, who somehow ended up open for three, could not get it done. And once again, we have a foul on Rowan that will send Montclair State the length of the floor to the free throw line.
Marcotte on that one. Actually, she got a little tripped up, thought that McLaughlin was going to go in. She has that open three. Sometimes you get open. The ball looks like a beach ball. The bucket looks like a...
I know what you're getting at.
I don't know what I'm getting at, but...
Shannon Hughes knocks down the first. Maybe struggled to find her footing early on, but that three-pointer hopefully getting her going. She hits both free throws. Suddenly, this is a 6-point game.
Shannon Hughes in these last couple seasons has always looked like a player that has one, then two, then three. Really gets on that streak, but if she starts off slow and isn't able to find it, then she's not going to be able to find it. Shannon Hughes, though, when she's on, she's on.
And maybe that is the start of something as a turnover for Rowan. And Montclair State as a whole right now, you can feel it with the body language, the energy from the bench, but these last few minutes have been much, much improved. Lead now down to 6. Bruce, an open three. A rebound to Jasmine, under a minute. Jasmine tries to get it down to Bras, who finds Carlisle inside, an easy layup for her. Rowan getting down the floor in a hurry.
I think you end the half with a point here. Be a little bit more comfortable. Rather be in a 6-point game than an 8.
No 2 for 1 for the Redhawks. Trying to get a good possession instead. Strollo to the corner. Bruce, couple of dribbles, right-handed shot comes up short. And the shot clock unplugged. Rowan, a strong defensive effort here in this first half. They can cap it off with a three. Rebound to Phillip, and that will do it. First half from Panzer Athletic Center, maybe not the one that Montclair State was expecting. They trail by 8 going into the half. 5 of 32 from the field.
CJ, I mean, they don't look comfortable. They've looked a little bit more comfortable in that second quarter. But first half altogether, this is not the Montclair team from last year. They look like they need to get a little bit more on pace. As for Rowan, though, I mean, their defense has been incredible. Their offense has been good. It hasn't shined, I think we could say, but it's been good, and it looks like it's shining compared to the Montclair offense. But the defense has been huge. They've been reading passes. I mean, Isabella Orlando has been picked off a couple times. If you're Coach Harvey right now, if you're Coach Sire, need to make that change. Need to make those adjustments right now. You can see the holes. Got to attack the holes. Got to be able to come out of this half and make a statement down by 8.
The reigning coaching staff of the year in the NJAC. Some things to talk over at the break. We will take right here on the Red Hawk Sports Network. Second half action coming up after this. Rowan, an 8-point lead. Second half action from Panzer Athletic Center. It is an 8-point Rowan lead. First game of the doubleheader. Still a men's game to follow, so do not go anywhere. But nonetheless, Montclair State will enter the second half 26-18. And first, before we get to anything else, some hardware for Montclair State this fall. All NJAC teams have come out over the last few weeks. And it was quite the fall for these Redhawks, Vincent.
I mean, Abigail Churchill getting the all NJAC and going to the NCAAs is absolutely incredible. I think she broke a record like 10 times. We were talking about it earlier. Then men's soccer, 8 total awards for them. Thomas Montero, NJAC Rookie of the Year, which was arguably the most impressive out of all of them. And then, of course, the NJAC Champions women's soccer team won almost every award except for Defender of the Year.
What a season for them.
Given to Rowan. This team was absolutely something else, and you can see all the awards. I mean, Solange Bell, 2nd straight NJAC Goalkeeper of the Year. They're moving over to field hockey. A little bit of a rebuild year for them, but still leadership from Natalie Surma, Anna Donaldson, and Sadie Eichlin. All deserving, and of course, volleyball dominating as per usual. Lucy Cornelius, honorable mention, but was phenomenal moving into that setter position. Bryn Bautista was great, and of course, Cameron Muse. NJAC football, I mean, CJ, you could tell us a little bit about all these guys.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Football, despite a 5-5 season, not winning the NJAC, a great season for them. Lots of awards offensively and defensively, and that rounds it out. I mean, you see how many selections. What a fall it was for Montclair State. For more on the second half struggles from Montclair State, first half struggles rather, here's Luke Sirianni.
Thank you, guys. Coming into the second half, we're about to start second half action right here. Mentioned before the game, it is Montclair State's first conference game of the season, and they do trail 26-18. As I talked about, new players leaving. This is the first time in 2025 that they have been trailing going into the halftime break, and nonetheless against a conference opponent in the Rowan Profs. The Redhawks have struggled from the floor. Bella Bruce leading the floor at 5 points, as well as Shannon Hughes. Not shooting well, though, as a collective group. We want to see the adjustments, and I'm really looking forward to what Coach Harvey talked about into the halftime break. CJ, Vin, back over to you guys.
And it will be these Montclair State Redhawks the task now as they face potentially their first loss of the season. They've got 20 minutes to overcome an 8-point deficit. Vincent, inefficient first half, as we just heard from Luke. First time all season that they've been trailing at the half. 5 of 32 from the field against that zone of Rowan just has not been clicking.
I mean, he mentioned Shannon Hughes and Bella Bruce, both with 5 points to their name. Those are the leading scorers right now. If they want to make some changes, I feel like a big change could be just using Strollo as your straight point guard, just going straight through Strollo. Having Marcotte kind of sit in that shooting guard position, or even have Strollo still in that shooting guard position, but you still have her run through the offense in that point guard.
Second half underway. Jess McLaughlin of Rowan brings it in, and Abigail Jasmine, who had herself a nice first half. It's a 3 from the corner. Donaldson knocks it down, a triple to start off the second half.
Well, they look like they're trying to stop the offensive prowess of Carly's, but instead Donaldson's outside and is ready for it.
And a turnover for Montclair State's first possession. Looking to be much of the same. Calm and composed, the Profs coming out of the intermission. Back to a double-digit lead. Carly's inside. The pass out. Shot taken from McLaughlin. Couldn't follow up that 3-ball. The rebound to Strollo in transition. Getting downhill, and Strollo is swatted away by Carly's.
I mean, Carly's was just waiting, sitting in the paint, waiting for Strollo to come find her, and that's what happens.
The dominance in the paint continues. Marcotte trying to get things under control. There's Bella Bruce, 2 of 11 from the field in the first half, and starts off the second with a miss.
Just an unlucky roll there. Not a good shot option, but highly contested.
Donaldson around a screen, her three. That one around and out, but a turnover. Jasmine took it away from Marcotte.
Marcotte moving without having the ball controlled. I think that's one thing that her speed takes away from her game.
Carlisle out with Mastriano. Jump shot from her from the mid-range. And Rowan getting a lot of rolls. That time Mastriano here in the second half.
Mastriano looking for her third game this season with double-digit points.
Shannon Hughes. Here's Alyssa Craigwell back into the game, only 5 minutes in the first half. The pump fake in the basket. That's a great sight to see if you're a Red Hawk.
She looked very comfortable on that shot. Maybe not a 24-point night for her, but definitely trying to help the Red Hawks here.
Yeah, her presence will be invaluable for an offense and an attack that struggled.
2 fouls in that first half. Wasn't a comfortable place to be for Craigwell. Coach Harvey makes a smart move, kind of sitting her out for only letting her play a couple minutes. And when we were doing the comparisons earlier, you could see 33 minutes per game for McLaughlin, only about 24 for Craigwell. The big reason for that has been foul trouble in that first half.
Craigwell again gets to her left hand, drives in on Carlisle, and a couple of easy buckets.
Don't want to say anything before anything gets started, but Craigwell coming out of the half, kind of reading Carlisle's, which Montclair's been trying to do. She's sitting in that paint, she's waiting. I can say one thing right now. Carlisle's has not attempted a three so far this season. If I'm Bella Bruce, I'm playing a little bit back.
And a left hand, a shot from Mastriano, who's gotten it going after the intermission. Good response from the Profs. Carlisle takes it away. Estrollo tried to get it to Craigwell. Now Donaldson. Maybe going a little too fast, but an offensive rebound for Rowan.
And that one just got stripped out of the hands of Bruce.
Mastriano. Feed inside. McLaughlin fading away. Good defense that time. Redhawks still trying to go fast. Craigwell, her third basket here in the second half.
If Craigwell has one fault to her name, it's the fact that she can't stay out of foul trouble in the first half of games. So Coach Harvey has to play her majority of the second half compared to the first. 5 minutes in that first. If Montclair had this in the first, it's a different game.
Here they come again. Strollo. The strong drive, and with the right hand, shot is no good. Possession to the Profs. Alyssa Craigwell, though, 0 points there in the first half. Obviously, we mentioned the foul trouble. All 3 of her baskets early on here in the second.
Craigwell under 5 minutes in that first half. 0 for 2 from the field, and those 2 personal fouls. She had a rebound. That's going to be a big storyline throughout this season, is how can she handle it down low in the paint, especially with no Olivia Vero anymore.
Shot from McLaughlin, calm and composed in the mid-range.
McLaughlin, the senior, has looked really, really eased out so far this half. Just the 3 points in the first.
Bruce, good footwork. Everything but the finish. Halfway through this third quarter, McLaughlin tries to get it over. Craigwell comes up short, not sure if it was deflected. Now Bruce. Malvina Sullivan in the corner. The shot is no good.
Uncomfortable look on that one.
Maybe a little bit of a rushed possession. Shot from Selma, could not get it.
Great defense by Craigwell. Not overdoing it. Making her presence known and putting a body in front of Selmer.
Strollo, after getting the direction from Coach Karen Harvey. Bruce got it to her after the screen. Back to Strollo, underneath, nice feed. And the bucket.
That's a great move by Bruce, and especially somebody who's been taking so many shots in this first half, passing it off there, kind of taking Rowan off guard.
Now Donaldson steps back. She's looking for the answer. Strollo again on the rebound and in transition. Here she comes downhill. Up, shot is good, and the foul.
Strollo is that leader, and you see her right there on your screen, folks, going over to Coach Harvey. They're back in this game. They're trying to get back into it. Now down by just 7. Black Friday might be coming early for Alexis Strollo. She's going to try to buy 2, get 1.
That's right. Timeout on the floor. Montclair State trying to climb back within arm's length. Now a 7-point game here in the third quarter. Gotta say, Vincent, the offensive possession's looking just a little bit better here. Obviously back at full strength, all the starters on the floor. But the defense turning to offense, and Alexis Strollo through the contact.
10 points so far this period, this quarter. 5 for 10 from the field. That's comfortability. And CJ, they've done something that we haven't seen so far this game, and that's slow down on the threes. They've taken 1 3-pointer so far this quarter compared to 8 in the second, 4 in the first. Montclair is driving now. And why? Because Alyssa Craigwell is on the court. You have that prowess now. They look a lot comfortable now, and Coach Harvey might be working up a little bit of a plan to keep them in this game.
As we mentioned, the reigning NJAC coaching staff of the year.
For good reason.
A couple of second half comebacks last season, but have not played from behind a ton this year. And especially not on their home floor. Three-point play converted. The lead down to 6. As Strollo heads to the bench, her contribution's much appreciated. 24 minutes already for her.
Leading her team in minutes so far. I think a nice breather is well deserved.
Kate Pearson of Rowan in her 3rd season as head coach, trying to get a big win on the road here. Active hands from the Redhawks right now. Lily Bross over to Craybill. Craybill feeds down low for Barrera. Over Craigwell, we have a whistle. And is it on Craigwell? We'll give it to Sullivan instead.
She'll accept it as she can.
Barrera back on the line. That first free throw misses badly.
And Barrera started off her collegiate career 17-10 against Delaware. Since then, 8 points combined in the next 2 games.
Was 1 of 2, 3 of 7 from the line this season. Before that, we have a foul as Bucinich went down hard. Went to the hardwood for a minute, but good to see her pop back up real quick.
Gross on that one. Just looked like she just screamed out. Kind of an annoyance. Where was that?
Bucinich back with it. That baseline drive, and just a really good job defensively by Jasmine. Rode her all the way to the baseline. It goes out of bounds. 11th turnover today for Montclair. Raybill ran the floor all the way off the inbounds pass.
Yeah, Samantha Phillip playing a little close on that one. Lucky you don't get into a foul position there.
Katie Dichter in for Bucinich. Barrera ripped away at first. It ends up into the palms of Jasmine, who attacks. +1.
Jasmine has been a huge contributor, +10 in that first half, and working through contact there.
Jasmine all day. Ferocity on the way to the hoop. She finishes off the three-point play. Lead back up to 10. 2.5 to go here in the third. Fregwell decides she wants a mid-range. Could not get it. Out of bounds. Sullivan scales the wall.
Sullivan did the Bo Jackson there.
For the offensive rebound, but despite the effort, possession back to Rowan. Full court press from Montclair State, often here in the third as they try to force some turnovers. Carlisle gets it underneath. Rowan able to push it right up the floor and get 2.
Carlisle did her job. You know, Rowan is just planting her in the paint, and anything that comes her way, she's going to take it. Bodies are flying here.
Montclair State gets it across on the press. Craigwell going right on the attack. She'll go to the line for a chance at a three-point play. All of Craigwell's 8 points here in the third quarter.
You got to hope that continues into the fourth. Just a little under 2 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Montclair has looked, I mean, this has been their best quarter by far. You wish that that first half was just a little bit better so that the gap isn't as far.
Still losing this quarter by 2 points. Rowan's answered Montclair's attack with some of their own. And Redhawks really trying to make plays happen defensively. As the throw in is long, and indeed they do force a turnover.
Got time to slow this one down.
Dichter to the corner. Sullivan slices through, now finds Strollo, a triple, she got it! Back to a 6-point game. And now Donaldson tied up, and we have a foul. It's on Dichter.
Dichter really playing hardball now.
Nearly had that tie up. Montclair State at the foul limit. Final 80 seconds of the third. Next one will send Rowan to the line.
And look down low. I mean, Craigwell and Carlisle's. It is going to be a tough matchup. I'd honestly like to see the ball get passed down to Carlisle to see how Craigwell deals with it.
Trying to get it there. Instead, Mastriano to the corner. Jasmine Trey. And it's Dichter a rebound.
Everyone trying to slow down here. Got some time.
Craigwell with the right hand. Shot is no good. Got her own miss. It's up and a foul as Carlisle put a hand on the ball.
Carlisle has the height advantage, but the speed and mobility is Craigwell's every time. She's able to catch it off the rebound. And that's a problem that Carlisle hasn't seen so far this game because Craigwell hasn't been playing.
Great effort to get back to the free throw line, and she's got the first. Gritty effort here in the third quarter from Montclair State and from Alyssa Craigwell. 11 third quarter points.
CJ, this feels like the closest the lead has been since that first quarter, and it most well has.
Donaldson. She finds an open Mastriano. Mid-range, no good. Rebound to Montclair State. Couple of seconds to try to figure something out, but they turn it over on the outlet pass. Sullivan couldn't hit Dichter.
And Coach Harvey there, just saying, got to slow it down. Got to breathe. Got to take it easy.
6.7 on the clock. Jasmine, got to get something up. The layup, oh, and a foul just before the buzzer. Jasmine will take a trip to the line. Sullivan the foul. Tough one to swallow for Montclair State.
5 free throw attempts so far today. 2 for 5 from the charity stripe.
Jasmine seeking contact all day long. Though she's struggled for the line. Hits the first there. 0.2 on the clock, and she gets both. Final inbound will take us to the end of the third quarter. Rowan, a 6-point lead. Felt as though Montclair State closed in a little bit. Win the quarter by a couple of points. And they will now go to the fourth, still trailing.
They've been chipping there. I mean, they are chipping. The problem is you lost that first quarter by 10. It's a hard hole to dig out of, as we said before. Outscored them in the next 2 quarters. I mean, they've gotten back 4 points. We're at a 6-point lead. Montclair is right there, but they need a big final quarter. They need a big final push. And they have the parts to do it. Strollo looks really comfortable right now, and so does Craigwell. Putting those pieces together, you can make a very good push. They're the only players in double digits in the game so far today, and that's even with having a good game from Carlisle's and her 7 rebounds and a steal and a block. They've looked very, very composed right now in the second half. Maybe it's that halftime report from Harvey. Maybe it's, just a little bit of the Panzer Athletic Center magic for you. Big final quarter here. 10 minutes to regain possession.
Montclair State has not led.
At one point down by, at largest, 13 points. It's a 6-point game now. Still feels like a lot, but in all honesty, it's a 2-possession game.
Craigwell bodying up.
Got it, and one!
What an effort here in the second half from Alyssa Craigwell. Trying to lead the Redhawks all the way back.
I mean, bouncing around like a pinball in a machine down low.
"13 points, leads everybody." Kate Pearson can't believe the call. 3-point game here in Panzer.
The closest it's been since that first quarter.
Jasmine looking for a response. Ball goes to the ground, and we have a foul rather than a tie-up. Orlando is going to get the foul.
Well, I heard a fan say it, and I think they're right. You just need to stop here.
Obviously, long way to go, 9:35, but
very long way to go.
Next few possessions could be decisive. Jasmine, no good, and a long rebound to Donaldson. Barrera able to hop through the lane but couldn't finish. And now Selma, another offensive rebound. Rowan all day. Relentless. And they just will not relinquish that lead as Selma's fouled.
Number 25, Shannon Hughes.
So fresh 20. As Barrera tried to get it to Donaldson, but Dichter took it away and then was fouled as the Redhawks tried to go quick.
You can't even blame that one on Selmer. That's just, you think something else is going to happen.
Third personal foul, second team foul.
And they got that stop. It's Craigwell, a bit out of control, but regains possession. And she goes right to the rim and puts it in again. 16 here in the second half.
I mean, Craigwell is somehow able to regain her balance.
Shot no good from Selmer. Here come the Redhawks. A 2 gives them the lead, but Strollo has it blocked. And instead it's a Rowan transition opportunity. They score.
Smart move by Craigwell. Just let the layup go up.
Craigwell not wanting to pick up another foul. And not much she could do on the 3-on-1 anyway. Timeout Redhawks.
Smart timeout. Good late moves. We're in a 3-point game. I mean, we've seen it get it as close as it's been all game, CJ. 1-point game at one point. Montclair has a chance with possession now.
Maybe Montclair State just a little too antsy to try to grab their first lead. Saw them go fast with Strollo. Ended up being a Rowan transition basket the other way. Get it back to a 3-point game. Nice composure, though. The Profs pulling themselves together, not giving up that lead just yet. Montclair State looking sharp to open up the fourth quarter, specifically Alyssa Craigwell once again on the attack.
These are the two teams that we know. They don't look sloppy. They look very well confined right now. And being able to read the defense a little bit more, going the step further. Craigwell looks like she's in that Rookie of the Year form right now.
Maybe even beyond.
Potential.
Craigwell again, started at the perimeter, good defense. With the shot clock running down, Barrera stepping right into her path.
Shot clock violation, Rowan ball.
Rowan breaking the press again. Jasmine, while flailing toward the basket, she puts it in. Got bumped off her route.
Jasmine has been left wide open at some points of this game and only getting pressure down low. She's been a threat. This might be one of her best games we've seen all season from her.
Jasmine up to 8. Bruce trying to get it over Barrera. The shot no good. Bruce now 2 of 15.
Checking back in for the props, number 13, Ava Craigwell.
Jasmine doesn't want the screen from Carlisle. Instead of baseline drive, nobody there for the offensive rebound for Rowan, but ripped away by Dichter. Out of bounds and possession of Montclair State.
Dichter. I mean, wow. For a freshman that is seeing a lot of the court right now, she has been incredible. I mean, the defense from her, obviously the points might not be there, but 2 rebounds to her name, a steal. That's a big opportunity down low, and she's able to take advantage of it. Montclair has a lot of these smaller pieces that can make big defensive moves, and Dichter looks like she could be one of them this year.
Yeah, despite no points, really strong defensive effort today. A big takeaway there. Now it's Shannon Hughes in the corner. She knocks down a 3. 8 seconds for the Profs. Jasmine. McLaughlin puts it up and a foul. They get Bucinich.
McLaughlin. I mean, showing kind of the years that she's had here. That's a smart move. She read that defense perfectly. She saw that Bucinich was playing really tight on her and goes up and says, this isn't even going to be close of a shot. I'm just trying to get to the line.
But McLaughlin can't hit the first. It's 1 of 2, still a 1-possession game. Nervous energy here in Panzer.
Bucinich needs some help up top.
Bucinich trying to free herself. It's Orlando. Orlando, the drive, puts it up and got it done. Down to a 1-point game. The pass too long for Mastriano. Montclair State basketball.
I mean, Coach Pearson asking for that one. I don't know where that one went wrong, but it really did look like Montclair never touched it. Bucinich, nice handles.
Redhawks can take the lead with a bucket. Orlando again. The feed for Hughes never got there. Craybill got in the passing lane. Other side of the court, it's Bras stepping through. Shot is no good. Good recovery from Montclair State as they got back under the basket.
CJ, I might be off, but I mean, I thought that she had a little bit more time to work with it down low. I mean, that felt like a little bit of a rushed shot from Bras.
And maybe even a good look for Mastriano before that. Gave it up. So now Bruce trying to go the whole 94 feet. Instead gives it up. Now they slow it down. Sullivan and Bruce in the pick and roll. Now Strollo. Bucinich steps back. Corner 3. Splash! Redhawks have their first lead.
The tides are changing.
Craybill lost it on the way up and a whistle. She will go to the line. Bruce the foul, but Montclair stayed a lead.
I mean, you watch that first quarter of this game, and look at this play. I mean, Businic looking more like an upperclassman on that one.
The confidence.
The real confidence. Seeing the angle. My goodness.
First free throw, no good for Craybill. Freshman guard playing crucial minutes. Cape Atlantic League All-Star. And at Egg Harbor Township. Misses both. The rebound from Barrera, another foul.
And Craigwell on that one saying, I didn't move my hands. I don't know what you want me to do. I can't do anything if my hand's just standing there.
Third foul on Craigwell. Big missed opportunity there for the Redhawks after the missed free throws.
Makes it a 1-point game.
Barrera, 7 rebounds. 1 of 2 from the line. Still a 1-point lead here for Montclair State. It's Strollo, all by herself, got it, and one! Strollo, again!
Strollo is unstoppable. I mean, she zooms through the zone. Look at this replay. Look at this one. I mean, drives in like there's nobody in town. It feels like Strollo, if Strollo was an object or something, she'd be a bulldozer. Just going through the zone.
And she gets the 3-point play. The mental fortitude. Montclair State a 2-possession lead. And timeout, Profs.
CJ, I gotta say, I mean, you watch the first quarter of this game and you look at where we are right now. Didn't think we would be at this point. This team has flipped the script. My goodness, that's what NJAC champs do. It looks like it took them a little bit to get back into that NJAC play mode, but once they did, they are cool and cruising.
Make that 11-2 run after the free throw to thrust the Redhawks into a 4-point fourth quarter lead. Pretty unbelievable.
They've shot a total of 4 threes in the second half. 4 threes.
They shot 15% from the field in the first half. Overcoming a lead as large as 13. Still 4 minutes, the job not finished. Big possession for Rowan. Barrera. She walked.
Rowan breaking apart a little bit here. Is really confident on the court.
Throws it away.
And Coach Harvey saying the exact same thing that she's been saying all game so far, and that's just slow it down. Whenever they make a big mistake, they've been throwing it over heads a little bit. Slow it down. Take it easy, you know. There's nothing to worry about.
Jasmine across. McLaughlin's got Businic on her. Trying to create some separation. Now Jasmine around a screen. As they get it down low, we have a foul. As Carlisle tried to get it inside. It'll be on Orlando. Her second.
Carlisle's been at the free throw line once, 0 for 2 in that last opportunity.
Carlisle could not get the first.
Now 9 for 20 from the line. 45%.
A lot of missed points left on the table for the Profs, and that second one banks in. They do indeed get it down to a one-possession game. Orlando, oh, it had to go off her foot, and that's a costly turnover.
Just got to slow this game down. Just got to take it easy. Now a one-possession game.
They just get it in. Barrera right at Orlando. Shot up and good. Barrera continues to impress. Vucinic off the pump. They back out up top. Craigwell from the perimeter. Strong drive in the lay for two.
Carles gives it away there. Trying to go out, and it should wait on that pass.
Give and go. No good. Another rebound. Got it in one. Carlisle can tie it with a free throw. Back and forth we go.
Third personal foul. Charlotte Carlisle, 1 shot.
Just takes one here. 1 for 4 on the day. Could be her biggest.
Free throw, no good. Here goes Strollo, all the way inside, a tough lay through the contact.
Wow. And I'm surprised no foul called there, but Strollo, fearless. My goodness.
Lead is back to 3. Donaldson gets McLaughlin. Down low, it's Barrera, right past Craigwell. Maybe taking advantage of her foul trouble as she puts it back up and in. Vucinic turns it over for a second, but got it back. Under 2 minutes.
Coach Harvey just telling them to relax here. You got to take it easy.
Theme of the second half.
Oh, you could feel the adrenaline run through Panzer.
Another loose ball. Donaldson running the floor. This one's for the lead. Got it! And one! Megan Donaldson! What a play! Oh no. They give it an offensive foul.
Timeout. Montclair State. It's going to be a 30-second timeout.
30-second timeout.
Montclair State takes a timeout.
So it was called a defensive foul and then overturned and called an offensive foul. Here's the replay of it. You can see.
Let's see if she runs the floor.
Battling for it, and Bruce needs to make a quick turn.
So they call offensive foul from the beginning. Bruce somehow able to square her shoulders. Sorry about that. We missed that call. But a charge on Donaldson rather than what would have been an and one. Wow, that's a big turn of events.
That's an impressive ability by Bruce. One more time. If we could look at that one just again, you can see really where the contact is.
And it's hard to tell if Bruce had her feet set, shoulders squared. Regardless, they give it an offensive foul.
90
so
seconds
Montclair
remain.
State still leads with 90 seconds. Craigwell out of the timeout, puts it up. Shot no good. Rebound to Hughes.
Didn't even see Hughes come out of that one.
Strollo. Shot clock winding down. Strollo the lay. Give her 17 on the evening.
Tying her season high. She had 18 in their last matchup against the Profs. 3-point game.
Final minute. Donaldson. No good. Loose rebound. Montclair State basketball. With 44 and a half.
Montclair at most down by 13. They've changed it. Still 44 seconds remaining. Wow.
59-56. As you take another look. And it's once again Strollo creating her own shot. Right past Donaldson and right at the rack.
Strollo is so aggressive.
She's got 17 to go along with 7 rebounds. And Montclair State now in a position here with possession. They call a timeout, can run this clock down to under 15 seconds if they so choose. Obviously, a basket would make it a 2-possession game and make a comeback effort very, very difficult.
I mean, CJ, in my perspective right now, and from seeing what Coach Harvey likes to run, I think they're going to definitely run down the clock, but they're going to be aggressive. I think you might see only about 15 seconds of just standing around, and then they're going to make a big play.
Yeah, it's where you find that balance of running the clock and still prioritizing a good shot. Stop for Rowan, keeps this within reach.
Look out for Strollo and Bruce on this one.
It's Craigwell off the inbound. She goes right at the hoop. She puts it in. And you can forget about running the clock. 5-point lead as a timeout taken by Rowan.
This team
Timeout. This will be a 30-second timeout.
was down by 13 at one point, down by 10 to end the first quarter, down by 8 to end the first half. They're up by 3. Look at this.
Right past Carlisle.
Listen, I think Carlisle has been able to beat Bruce. She's been able to beat Strollo at points. Sullivan has not been able to beat Craigwell at all. I mean, Craigwell has been reading her very well. Kind of reads that she has a lot of height, but the mobility isn't entirely there. To get around her has been great, and we saw it on that play. Tries to go one way, switches the other, and Carlisle isn't able to turn around.
20 points for Craigwell, every one of them here in the second half. Rowan got to have a basket. Jasmine through 2 defenders, and she's fouled. We're going to get Hughes.
First personal foul.
And Jasmine going to the line where she may very well need both. 4 of 7 from the stripe today. Make that 5 of 8. Second one comes up short. A rebound to Barrera. But they call it travel. As she slipped and went to the floor. And the possession back to the Red Hawks. The pressure across is Montclair State. Bruce trying to hang on. Out to Strollo. She's fouled by Donaldson.
That's number 24, Megan Donaldson. Fourth personal foul. Next to Strollo to the line and 2 shots.
Strollo's not the one that you want to put on the line, I can tell you that. I mean, 4 for 4 so far today. Craigwell and Strollo, perfect from the line. Hughes, 2 for 2. Nice and easy. That's 18 for her. Times what she had last time out against Rowan. Giving high fives to everyone there.
What an effort. Alexis Strollo up to 19 points. And helping lead the way here late. Clock is unplugged. McLaughlin over Sullivan. We have another whistle and foul. Sullivan not happy. And one of the last things you want to do is stop the clock in a situation like that. Obviously, Sullivan didn't think she committed a foul. Still at best, this is a 4-point game. And they will not get that best.
It's McLaughlin, I mean, my player to watch to start off today's game, and had a quick start, kind of slowed down second half of action.
And missed both free throws.
And that's just, I mean, it feels like since the bucket by Craigwell, Rowan just doesn't look present, not able to take a deep breath.
Digest what you're seeing here, Vincent. 10 of 14 are the Redhawks from the field here in the fourth quarter. 71%.
You got to be comfortable. I mean, I don't know what goes into these halftime speeches with Coach Harvey, but able to really turn this one around. And Luke brought up a very good point during his halftime speech. It's the first time all season that they've faced a deficit at the half. He turns that one around. I would like to know how, I mean, they were down by 8. In the past, what's the largest deficit that they've had prior to this?
Certainly not as much as 13. They have come all the way back here in the second half. You just can't get over this. What an effort. 7 points. Montclair stayed in front with 7.5 seconds. Through so much adversity in the first half. Foul trouble. Inefficiency.
Bad shot making.
Just overall adversity.
They fought back. I mean, you're going up against Rowan, who's a very well-renowned team. They know what they're doing with the ball. They know how to really facilitate. You need to be almost perfect to come back and make a big statement. And Montclair, I mean, was basically that.
Final seconds. Carlisle's no good. Rebound to Craigwell. That should do it. The comeback kids in the NJAC opener. Montclair State moves to 1-0 in conference play.
For the first time since 2020, they win the NJAC opener. They made a statement against TCNJ in the final. They'll make a statement now against Rowan in the NJAC opener. Montclair, I mean, flat out, didn't look comfortable. They didn't look comfortable. They didn't look put together in that first half. I mean, they put on their tuxes for the second half. They looked really well, everything. The shot making was great. Strollo, the ability to go everywhere was phenomenal. Craigwell, 20 points in the second half alone. I mean, how?
Alexis Strollo joins Luke Sirianni on the sideline.
And we're here courtside, joined alongside Alexis Strollo women's basketball had 19 points this game.
Yeah.
It was your highest of the season. Talk about your performance tonight.
I think it was just a lot of team basketball. I wasn't shooting as much in the first half of the game, but then we game planned at halftime, and we really figured out how to get the ball in everybody's hands so that we were really spreading those points around, not just one person taking it. We were all scoring together.
What was the conversation like in the halftime break with Coach Harvey? Because the offense really didn't get going until out of the second half gate.
Yeah, we just talked about relaxing, focusing on running an offense. Instead of playing individual basketball, we wanted to focus on playing together, spreading the ball, and that's exactly what we came out and did.
Tonight was the first game of NJAC play, and now you're going to go through a rough stretch of all NJAC opponents. What have you learned tonight about this current team?
That we got it, I think. I think it was good competition. Heading right into conference play, we're ready to go now. We know that we have it in us.
You've been around a lot of different groups of players throughout all these years. What have you seen from this current group that's different from the rest?
I think just, we have a young team, but the effort is just top tier. Everyone's trying as hard as they can at all times, and that's definitely shining through. We're on the floor, grabbing loose balls, so we all have the heart.
Is there that same championship aspect and mentality going into this year?
Absolutely. Foot's on the gas, we're ready to go.
Thank you so much for your time. Good luck the rest of the way. Guys, back over to you.
That one feels good. A momentous first win here in the NJAC for Montclair State. They open it up 1-0, and they start the doubleheader. Rivalry Tuesday with a win. Men's on deck. But that is it from CJ Staniak, Vincent Picone. Men's coming right up. Don't go anywhere. Red Hawk Sports Network coming back in just a moment.